Hello, my name is Amy Bruderly, and I am the owner and creative person and the only person that works at Shadow Luxe Soapery. Today, I am going to be reviewing Katie Carson's Christmas soap for this year. She said she was only doing one holiday soap. It was a very limited edition, so let's see what she made.
The fragrance is called Berry Merry Christmas. This would be really nice in candles, wax melts. It's a good smell for a holiday soap that doesn't smell like your grandma's potpourri. I find that a lot of Christmas fragrances, especially that are heavy on like a balsam fir smell, would be really nice in a candle or potpourri, but just don't work for soap. And this is an exception. Let's go ahead and pour my custom.
Okay, so I actually really love balsam fir in soap. I love pine soaps in general. So, it's just personal preference. I have soap that people go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I've said, no, I don't like the way it smells, but I'm glad you like it. So it's personal preference. I'm excited to see which colors she uses for her Christmas soap.
Some red blend into here, bit more of a pinky red. I have a custom green blend for the base, and finally our white accent.
One thing I love that she does is she makes sure that her soap is blended and emulsified before she adds fragrance and color. That way you know that no matter what happens, you have soap. Yeah, I can't wait to see how these colors turn out. A pinky red. Okay, let's see.
First time using this fragrance in cold process, so I'm going to blend with my spatula first.
Yeah, that's one of the things. You never know how a fragrance is going to react. There's a chance that it can accelerate your batter and it'll turn solid immediately. It's kind of insane when it happens, but it's good to kind of test it and be careful with it because you never know.
I can already tell you this is going to be a strong scent. Looks good on the white, so I'm going to blend the other two with the stick blender. All right, let's pour. Have my Winnie and Walt mold that I'm going to use today. Obsessed with this company, obsessed with this mold, and
that's a very Grinchy color. My Christmas colors that I personally like are a much darker, like a really dark green instead of a bright green, but hey, this is Katie and she likes her bright colors, so let's see how it goes.
And I'm just gonna alternate pouring, trying to get some really good drippy drops in there. Keep on going back and forth. Gonna try for 3 passes. Pretty sure I'll be able to do that. Trying to make sure I get to the very edges. Easier said than done. All right, last little bit here. Just pouring from very high to get that in. Same with the red. Okay, gonna do a quick little swirl. Just kind of
interesting. What she has there is called a hanger tool, mostly because at first they were made out of hangers, but they're just a long piece of metal that you stick into the soap and swirl it around, and it usually looks really, really cool once you cut it.
Kind of up and down, all around, really easy. That's gonna look super good. This does thicken, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you are an intermediate to advanced soap maker, you're not gonna have a problem. As y'all can see, I'm only doing like 3 colors. So at this point, I've been making soap for 12 and a half minutes, and I added the fragrance about 5 minutes ago.
I thought she was gonna say 12 and a half years. I was like, wow, that's a lot. Then she said minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, wow.
So, if you're working in batches significantly smaller than mine, you'll be fine. If you're working in batches around the same size as mine, don't overcomplicate your ideas. Don't do anything too fancy, and again, you should be fine. Slap this white a little bit on here. Perfect. Tap it down. Going to put
Okay, that's hilarious because you really need to smack them really hard to kind of get the air bubbles out and get that top nice and smooth or smoother than it is. So that was really funny.
a little bit of gold on the top of this one. Okay, I really needed something bigger than this, but I'm going to swirl with this makeup brush all around, kind of no rhyme or reason, just to swirl everything up.
Okay, as a designer, I am such a stickler for consistent swirling, and it's just me, it's personal preference. I have done kind of random swirls, but it drives me crazy when I do it. So good on someone else for being able to actually do a random swirl, because I don't like random swirls. I want uniform and pretty and consistent.
Flatten everything out a little. Don't worry about those big holes. I'm going to make that all better. Okay, clean that off. Let's tap it down. Woo! Okay, tapped a little hard. You can see that the soap jumped up a little. Gonna spritz the top.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of times where I've smacked the soap so hard that it comes up and it kind of splashes into your face. So you have to be really careful, and that's why you wear protective gear when you make soap.
Up with rubbing alcohol, make all those colors really come to life. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Gonna fill in any little holes that I can find. Now we'll slide our lid on, wait 18 to 24 hours, and come back tomorrow and see the inside.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I am.
I'm guessing that's either her husband Caleb or one of her brothers making that noise. That's so funny. And this kind of cutter is actually called a sled, so it kind of makes sense for car noises.
Pretty. This is one of the end loaves of that batch, and I think it looks so good. This is why you have to be extra careful that you get all of your drop swirls to the very, very edge, you can see right here, of your mold. Because we don't want the last loaf to be left out. Gonna place this on its side. Make sure I get two very, very chunky samples. Pull those off. Look how pretty. And pull you guys out one from the middle so we can see the inside. Yeah. Caleb says this is going to look so good in like everybody's bathroom. And
I mean, sure. I like the swirls. I love the swirls. I love that she did a drop swirl and a hanger swirl, because hanger swirls are where you get those really delicate, flowy lines. I would have gone with a darker red and probably more white. Like, it's very green, which is fine, but probably a more red than that kind of light pinky red. And definitely more white. I think that really would have balanced the colors out better.
And I agree, the green is perfect. Not too dark, not too neon. It's just the right way. It's like the classic holidays. I love it. This one is, again, a far more limited release. So if you're hoping to get one, I would order it on release day.
I have a question of the day.
Oh my gosh. They haven't done a question of the day in a really long time. I'm excited. I'm gonna answer it. You guys can answer in the comments too. I'm so curious what they're gonna ask.
Okay, what is it?
Would you rather have to decorate your house entirely with candy canes or with tinsel that constantly sheds everywhere?
You're really gonna ask them a Christmas question when it's not even Halloween yet?
Yeah, Christmas question.
A Christmas question? I mean,
Candy canes. There's no way I would deal with tinsel. No, absolutely not. Yeah, let me know what you think. answer her question in the comments.
I mean, I guess if we're going to talk about it, I mean, all the retail stores are already talking about it. I guess we can too. Probably the tinsel. I mean, I don't know. Tinsel's not very eco-friendly.
It sheds everywhere. It's in your soup. It's in your cereal.
Okay, you didn't say it was in my food.
I didn't need to. We didn't talk about that yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, fine. In that case, I'm going with candy canes. Final answer.
Yeah. So with the candy canes, you have to decorate your entire house with them. That means you have to like stitch them together. You know how they used to have the little wooden beads on car seats?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta put those made out of candy canes all over your chairs and your sofa and everything.
I think
It's so better than the tinsel. If I didn't have to make it myself, I think I'd be fine. Oh gosh, but it would get like sticky and okay, never mind. Still looking at the soap. I mean, she did a good job. You can notice there's those air bubbles at the top where she swirled it and it was too thick, so the soap didn't go down into those bubbles, but that happens a lot and it's fine. It's just a hollow space in the soap. Nothing's wrong with it. Obviously it's still gonna work, so just a cosmetic thing.
you personally live for me answering your question and then you adding all of these other details you kept to yourself.
I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation.
Well, what I think doesn't matter as much as what they think. So you guys answer Caleb's dumb question.
Calling him out, that's so funny. I love them. They're so fun and energetic and just hilarious. Yeah, I love their chemistry.
Dumb question on the screen right now. Sound off.
All of our Christmas soaps have been made, and you know what's funny is that as much trouble as I had with that batch trying to get it into the mold and it getting kind of thick, it didn't get better. This is just a finicky fragrance, but in my opinion, totally worth working with because the pine scent is there, but the berry scent really balances it out. So after curing, I can say, again, it doesn't really smell like potpourri. It really does smell like a perfect Christmas fragrance in a body product.
Cute, a nice little how to wash your hands, but it is nice to see how the soap lathers, in real time, because you can make soap and it doesn't lather hardly at all, which is disappointing. Yeah, so that was a great video. I really love when she works with fragrances and things that maybe don't work out so great to kind of show you what happens and what really goes on with soap making, because that's how it is. I've had plenty of batches just get ruined because I had a fragrance I wanted and it just did not work. And it can depend on your recipe, the temperature, so many things. So yeah, she did a really good job kind of sticking with it and getting through the soap. Colors were not my personal favorite. I would have balanced them out a little bit differently with a little bit more white and maybe a darker red, but it's Christmas, green and red and white and gold. That's what most people are going to get. So overall, I really enjoyed this one. I loved the question of the day. That was hilarious. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for coming to my channel and checking out my review of Katie's Christmas soap. I will have the link to the original video and some other links below. I have a Patreon and my own Discord and a throne wish list and all my social media. Go follow me, send me a hi, whatever the kids say these days. So yeah, I would love to hear from you, love to hear your feedback and comments. So have a nice day. Thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.